नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। Hare Krishna everyone. So we will be discussing a very important shloka. You will know why very soon. So let us dive into shloka number 12, chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Kangshantaha karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Very wonderful shloka. There is so much to learn here. And especially what are we going to dive into this, what are we going to exactly dive here in this shloka? It's about Iha Devataha. So many people have this misunderstanding that Hinduism is pantheistic. They think Hinduism, there are so many gods, 33 crore devatas. Somebody is praying to Ganesha, somebody is praying to Shiva, somebody is praying to Durga Devi, somebody is praying to Lakshmi Devi, somebody is praying to Sai Baba, somebody is praying to Narasimha Dev, somebody is praying to Krishna, somebody is praying to Rama, Tirupati Balaji. And we are not even very loyal to one demigod. What do? Sunday it is Surya Bhagavan, Monday it is Lord Shiva, Someshwara, and Tuesday, who is it? Is it Ganapati, I believe? And Wednesday, it could be, I don't know who, because I'm not a demigod worshipper. Wednesday, it is some god, and Thursday, it could be like Sri Guru Raghavendra. Friday, it could be Srinivasa Govinda or Lakshmi Devi. No, I think that is for Saturday, I guess. I don't know. And Saturday there is some god, so every day it's like today I'll go to this devata, I'll pray something. If this devata doesn't sanction, I'll go to some other devata. Based on the days of the week, we have different gods we worship. So all kinds of things are going on. And there are so many demigods to pick and choose from. I want to get married, maybe I'll go to one demigod, I'll pray to them and say that if you fulfill my wish, I'll try something. 6 months, nothing happened, so leave that god, go to some other god, maybe I will do some vrata for this god. So all kinds of weird things we get into, and many people think any god you worship, it's okay, just believe in some god and worship. It is not okay. So first of all, Hinduism is not pantheistic, let's get clear. Hinduism is monotheistic. There is only one Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all of us have to clearly first get this thing into our heads and our minds and hearts. There's only one God, and that is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And this is in no way being disrespectful to anyone else. So what is the position of everybody else then? Now you may say, Mataji, you're a ISKCON follower, you're a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. No wonder you're saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But you may say you are biased. No, I am not biased. I am stating the facts. Based on the proof, what is given in Srimad Bhagavad Gita and what is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, nowhere anybody else is called Bhagavan. Of course, anybody can attach the title Bhagavan to anybody. But as per the Shastra, Bhagavan is used only when Krishna speaks. And Bhagavatam in the very first canto is saying, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna, you are none other than Swayam Bhagavan. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. So like this we can go on with so many proofs and facts and figures to prove that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But take it from me that I'm not coming from a place of being biased or anything of that sort. I'm just stating the fact. So now if Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then what about all these other empowered beings? There is Lord Shiva, there is Durga, there is, Ganesha, there is Kartikeya. So many demigods, you know better than me. So who are all these people then? Indra, Chandra, Varuna. What are they then? Well, Krishna is saying, Iha Devataha, all these demigods, although they are empowered beings, Devata, what are they? Iha, they belong to this material world. They do not belong to the spiritual world. Like you and me, they are also here in material world. Iha Devataha, they are from here. And I hope you already understand from the previous videos what I have shared. There is the spiritual world, there is the material world, but everything is Krishna's creation only. There is 3/4 of spiritual world and 1/4. A quarter that is material world, and we're all in this material world. And within the material world, there are innumerable number of Brahmandas that are just coming out of the pores of Karanodakshai Vishnu. How amazing is that? Innumerable Brahmandas of different sizes, and each Brahmanda there is one Lord Brahma of different number of heads based on the size of his Brahmanda. Ours is Chaturmukha Brahma. So every Brahmanda has 14 planetary systems. There is the middle planetary system, that is Bhuloka, where we are there, where we reside currently. But below our Bhuloka, there are 7 lower planetary systems. Tala, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. Interesting names. I hope none of us want to go there though. And then there are 6 higher planetary systems above Bhuloka. There is Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. So now Krishna is telling, so all these 14 planetary systems are there in every Brahmanda. And of these 14 planetary systems, all these Iha Devataha, the demigods, they also reside, but they are residing in higher planetary systems, Swargaloka, headed by Indra. Brahmaloka, Brahma is there. And what are they doing sitting in these higher planetary systems? They are appointed beings. There are different positions, like Indra is a position, Chandra is a position, Surya is a position. They are not the names of people, they are positions. And different beings of who are having enough qualification, they have occupied those posts. And what are they doing? They are managing the universal governmental affairs. They are in charge of different departments. Krishna is so smart in managing the universal affairs. Why he has to come and, did rain come in Bangalore? Is there a drought in Assam? Is there a hurricane in America? Why he has to get into all this business? Krishna is happy playing and dancing, singing with gopis. He delegates. He is a wonderful delegator. So he has delegated nicely. He has created an extremely effective system. All these different positions are there, and everybody is in charge of a certain thing. Qualified people are sitting in those positions, and they are ruling and managing nicely. So through this video, please understand Hinduism is monotheistic, not pantheistic. Krishna is the only one supreme personality of Godhead, and all the others, the 33 crore devatas, are not God, they are demigods. This is no way derogatory for them. We have to definitely give them due respect, the key word being due. We should not give undue respect thinking that, they are also like Krishna or are Krishna. They aren't. We can give them due respect, and we have to understand their position as it is. So this is such an important topic, understanding about demigods and demigod worship. What's in it for us? Should we even be worshipping the demigods? If we are already worshipping certain demigods, should we continue to, or should we stop? What are the benefits, pros and cons? There are so many things that we have to know here. So let us continue to discuss this in the next video also. But please contemplate on what I have shared already here. Take care. Hare Krishna.